Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
It's my privilege to present the Lyle Leeke Award. The Lyle Leeke Distinguished Service Award is named after one of the founders of the MGCOA, a gentleman who helped create a voice for Michigan golf course owners. The recipient of this award is an individual who's displayed distinguished service to the MGCOA and the golf industry in Michigan. I take special pleasure today in presenting this award to my PGA colleague, Kevin McKinley. As a matter of fact, 2017 should be called Kevin McKinley year. In the spring, Kevin was presented with the prestigious 2017 PGA Golf Professional of the Year Award. Then after having won the PGA of Michigan's Patriot Award 4 times, Kevin was recognized nationally in 2017 with the Patriot Award by the Professional Golfers Association of America. In October, he was also elected president of our section, and I think he's going to be a great addition to our staff and our section. At Treetops Resort, an MGCOA member for almost 2 decades, Kevin is a mentor and leader, tirelessly working with local veterans and members of the active military. He has set the standard for all Michigan golf courses when it comes to distinguished service to the community, giving back to the people who have given so much. The MGCOA thanks Kevin for his service to the industry, the association he represents, and the recipients of his goodwill. It's my distinct pleasure to present this year's Distinguished Service Award to Kevin McKinley.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, the year of Kevin, how about that? I don't know what 2018's got in store, but it can't be much better than 2017. I want to start with some thank yous, first of all. First and foremost, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Been through some valleys, certainly, in my life. And there were some defining moments, but I've been a Christian my whole life. My parents certainly raised me that way, but I was as lukewarm as they come for many, many, many years, and kind of made a rededication about 5 years ago, and it's amazing the blessings that get bestowed upon you when you rededicate like that. So that's first and foremost. Treetops Resort, Barry Owens, the general manager up there. That's one of the things that fell into place over the last 5 years is the re-emergence of Treetops, and that was under the watchful eye of Barry Owens. My good friend John Rakis, our director of sales, came down, and John has only been at Treetops for about a year, but previous to that, certainly a great Christian mentor to me as a friend, and I appreciate you being here, John. I mentioned my family, my mom, John, and Sue, who are in Florida right now, so I wasn't going to ask them to come back for this. And then my brother and sister, Andy and Mindy McKinley, and really they're the ones that challenge me. They're 5 and 6 years older than me, and Mindy is an educator, and about 2 years ago was presented the Educator of the Year by Tom Izzo in Lansing. Andy sets the bar high in our family, a valedictorian of his class, and chemist, and he's brilliant. And so trying to live in their shadow is probably one of the driving forces in my life. The Michigan PGA, Kevin Helm, and his staff that make me look good, and they do such a fantastic job. And then finally, my wife, Jill, and my 7 children. And we didn't grace you with their presence. It's a school night, so consider yourselves lucky. So the Lyle Leeke Award, I didn't really have to do a whole lot of research on Lyle. I grew up in Muskegon, Michigan. and that is right down the road from Old Channel Trail Golf Course. And my very first junior golf tournament that I ever played in was the H.O. Bailey Junior Golf Tournament. So this really, my career has certainly come full circle, and when I get to carry that home and put it on my desk, and I was able to meet the Leeke family over there. Bill told me that he thrashed my brother in high school golf, and I think I remember that he definitely did that. So, and I think Andy would remember that as well. I look at the list of winners and don't have to go too far back to see some mentors and some pretty impressive people that have won this award. A few years back, Chris McGinnis. I spent 6 years of my career at Crystal Mountain Resort. Brad Dean is here as well, and certainly a mentor to me. You know, I think back, and Brad saw me in those early assistant pro years, and I had some interesting times as an assistant pro. I wasn't the best kid back then, and I can remember a couple of sit-down conversations that really changed the course of my career with Bradley there, and I can pretty much remember the words. You're a good kid, you got a lot of potential, but get here on time. Frank Costella, thanks for the introduction right there. You talk about a guy that I'd like to emulate, and I don't know how much older you are than me, Frank, but I think a few years, but the energy that you have still to this day with your students and with education, you're certainly a model to live after as well, and I appreciate that. And Duels, I was actually here last year to see Duels get this award. A huge mentor to me as well. I think one of the turning points in my PGA leadership career would have been chairing the Hall of Fame committee, and you're in a room with the legends of the game, and you have to come prepared when you're in a room like that. So Duels was certainly one of those legends, and I appreciate the leadership there. I just want to finish with just talking about the relationship between our allied associations, and I was able to come to a meeting a few weeks ago in Lansing, and some of the stuff that was talked about is pretty doggone exciting when all of these organizations get together and have a common purpose. Michigan PGA just created a strategic plan. There's 7 pillars that we look to try to achieve goals in: employment, membership, education, player development, tournaments, leadership, and then our foundation. And I've got some committee chairs, one in particular that I think is really important to this group. Bernie Friedrich is actually going to lead our employment committee. And this room, you're our employers. And I can't thank this room enough for employing PGA professionals and having the faith in PGA professionals. And I just want to mention that if you've ever had an experience that maybe has turned you off to PGA professionals, we are going to work hard to create better PGA professionals that can work at your facilities and can further your facilities with the strategic plan. And I'm excited about Bernie's leadership on that employment committee. But again, you know, please consider, and Boyne is a great example of that. I think there's probably 10 or more on staff. There's some that are on staff in positions that you wouldn't necessarily normally think a PGA professional would be in, like marketing, director of the sales positions, and we've had one of those at Treetops. So think about PGA professionals for other positions as well, but it's an up-and-coming group of folks, and I think over the next 2 years, PGA professionals are going to do some fantastic things, and there's probably 200 of them that I know that are as much deserving of this award as I am. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the nomination. I don't even know who nominated me, but I certainly appreciate that. And thank you for all that you do.